Bam! Right there. How's it going, guys? Token Vaping. So today's juice review is another flavor and an ongoing line for a company that I've become a huge fan of. If you've seen my other videos on this company, you know that I've gotten to get to talk to the guys behind the scenes a little bit more, so I've gotten to know them a little bit better. Checked out their company message, their point to what they're doing, why they're doing it, things like that. I'm a huge fan of it, huge supporter of them as well. So I'm going to jump right into the vape and the flavor profile comparison of the vape to what it's supposed to be, show you the clouds, and then I'll get into the little bit of information behind the scenes for those of you who are interested. So the company is called VanVal Vapors, and the flavor we're doing today is Flux Deluxe. Now this is supposed to be a frozen lemonade on the inhale with a lemon hard candy type flavor on the exhale, according to the profile, which is directly taking off of their website at vanvalvapor.com. So it'll be interesting to see. You do see that it is a security ring enforced. It is a first vape, first review, as I try to do for you folks. So we'll be going on fresh cotton, as you can see right there. Quick shout out to USV, the United Society of Vape. They are the makers of the USV L-Mod. You can check them out on their website, which will be in the comment box. I did a review on this as well. And as always, my trusty Texas Tough Cotton. Big fan of it. Just easy to use, quick to wick. Little to no break-in time, which is the main selling point for me, which is why I like it a lot. So that link is always in the comment box as well if you're interested in the cotton. So we can go ahead and pop this open. And as you can see, it does come in its own handy little unicorn style bottle. Okay, so on the smell alone, I definitely get the lemon candy. So as far as a frozen lemonade on the inhale, I'm really curious to see what that comes off like, or if it's going to have too much of like a mentholated style inhale to it. But now, lemon is just a hard flavor depending on what you're going for. If you're doing like the actual citrus version, a lot of times when it's the main primary flavor, it does end up coming off a little harsh. At least that's what I've come across. But everybody has their own preference and vaping style, and everybody has a different sensitivity to flavors and things like that. So what I consider too much for a certain flavor, somebody else may not find enough. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm going to go ahead and get this all juiced up, and we will find out how this vapes. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just get that pre-burned and get the juice going through the cotton. Okay, so with it burning a slight bit, like basically firing it with the smell, you still partly smell the hard candy aspect, but there is a slight tinge of a lemonade type smell to it, which is interesting. So I'll be curious to see. So we can go ahead and cap this up. And as always, for purpose of review, vape at 75 watts. This is Flux Deluxe from VanVal Vapors. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a quick re-drip. I started doing this a little while ago. I just want to make sure that now that the juice has had a chance to soak in a little bit more and it's more saturated, I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything off of a first inhale, just due to the fact that it's fresh cotton and things like that, because the last thing I want to do is misinform anybody about the flavor itself. So this is more just to ensure that what I initially tasted is what it's supposed to be. Okay, so Flux Deluxe. Not a huge fan of it myself. They do have two lines to their company, so there's a bunch of different flavors that are available for different taste preferences and flavor choices. Been a big fan of a lot of the ones I've tried already. This is one that I'm not a fan of myself, but what I think is impressive about it is the lemon flavor of it. It's not meant to be like the citrus kind. It definitely has a very strong resemblance to lemon candy. That definitely is the main flavor that I'm getting out of this. The frozen lemonade, give or take, depending on your sensitivity to flavors, you might be able to taste it in that vein. What I do like about this, as I was saying, is that it's supposed to have like a lemonade or the hard candy type flavor. There's no minty or menthol type hit to it. I'm not a fan of that at all, but they did not go that route with this to try to emulate the frozen aspect of it, which a lot of companies with flavors that say frozen or chill or cold like that, that's what they go for. Honestly, for me, I would primarily classify this as the lemon candy flavor if I was to describe this for you guys, which I'm basically doing. But Flux Deluxe to me comes off more as the lemon candy, but it's not overly sweet. It's not a super tart flavor. It's more of a smoother mellow, and that's because they do use basically a max VG in their lines, which makes it a lot smoother and a lot easier to make it an all-day vape. So if you do like candy flavors, but you're not looking for something that's going to be an over amount of artificial taste to your tongue, especially when it comes to candy, definitely give this a try if you do like lemon candies. Now, it's not an easy flavor to emulate by any means. Don't get me wrong. It's just not. I'm not a candy vapor by choice, so it's not one that would be high on my list of choices that I would pick out. But for a lemon candy, it does work. A little short on the frozen lemonade aspect, but still a smooth vape if you like candy flavors. I like the fact that it doesn't have that minty type hit to it as well. But you can check this out along with all the other flavors on VanValVapor.com. They do have the two lines available as well. Now, what's cool about this company, they are based in Montana, but what I really like about this company is the huge customization ability that they give you to make your order for any of the flavors. Now, size-wise, they are offered in a 17.5, 65, a 125, and a 210. What's nice about the 17.5, which is this size here, is that you can get these in this size to basically try pretty much all the flavors that they offer without spending an arm and a leg to try them out. So you basically get small bottles, and this, I mean, unless you're a super hardcore vapor and you like literally have this attached to your mouth and lungs the entire time, this will last you, it can last up to a day, day and a half, 2 days, things like that. There's more than you think that's in this bottle, but it definitely gives you more than enough to taste. Now, the other part of the customization option to this is their nicotine levels. They go with a 0, a 1.5, a 3, a 4.5, a 6, a 7.5, a 9, a 10.5, and a 12. And like I said, that's directly off their website. That is a huge range of nicotine for any vapor. Unless you are extremely all about nicotine, there's a level for pretty much anybody and everybody to make a flavor comfortable enough to vape. But this is their label. It's pretty simplistic. It says VanVal Vapor. It has their logo. It says the name of the flavor. There is the bottle size and the nicotine level. There is the max VG. This is a batch code number, just so that it's easier to keep track of for their cataloging and things like that. But if there is, God forbid, a problem at all, they can use that number to help break it down to get a better idea of what went wrong, if anything. And then it has the warning and ingredient labeling on the back. That's all standard and necessary as well. So everything that needs to be there is there, but what they're more concerned with is what's in the bottle, which is why the labels themselves are pretty simplistic, which nowadays is a good thing. But they focus more on the vape itself. But if you are interested, like I said, definitely check it out. It's VanValVapor.com. They're on Instagram and Facebook as well. As always, guys, I'm Token Vaping. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest. Anything that I myself can do to help further enhance your vaping experience and make it more enjoyable for you is the only reason why I do this. So reach out to me for sure. Let me know if there's any questions, comments, concerns that you might have, a particular video that you're looking for that I'll see what I can do to get done. I will do everything in my power to make that happen. But until next time, no matter what, always remember, morning, noon, night, truly, 100%, always love yourself. Vape on, vape strong, guys. Have a good one.